policy and social change for the better. Be a part of the conversation by calling or 1-869-765-7312. You can also WhatsApp call 1-869-669-7312. And don't forget our Magic Jack number 917-460-2187. Every Friday at 7 a.m. we bring you out of the shadows and into the light. Sponsored by Eureka Health Services in collaboration with 2020 Vision Radio.
Concerned about your health? Come on, everyone should be. The old people say that who don't pay a doctor will pay a pastor, or someone will for you. So before it reaches to that stage, come on in and visit Eureka Health Services in Ramsbury. Dr. Liebert and his associates at Eureka will take excellent care of you. They're friendly, experienced, and professional. So call them at 1-869-469-0521 or 1-869-662-5187. And for more information, just visit their website at www.eurekahealthservices.com. At Eureka Health Services, patients are our #1 priority.
Buddies, 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 for the easy way. Yes, Buddies is here just for you, offering a wide array of services. Feeling hungry? Then check us out at Buddies Restaurant and Pizzeria on Main Street, Charlestown for breakfast, lunch, and evening snacks. Call us at 469-0125. Too busy for laundry? Then Buddies Laundry Services on Stony Grove is here for you. We wash, we clean, we press your clothes for every occasion, be it work, school, graduation, church, weddings, you name it, we do it. Call us at 469-0889. We make you look chic and smell sweet. Buddies also offer health services through trucking. If you got stuff to dispose, then call us at 663-1622. Call Buddies for all your trucking needs. It's for the easy way. Buddies, 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 Buddies. Making life worthwhile by leaving every customer fully satisfied.
Pleasant good morning to one and all, and once again we are here with another edition of Out of the Shadows and Into the Light. We want to thank our proud sponsors of this program. I am your host, Dr. Glenville Liebert, and we are thankful to Eureka Health Services, Buddies, RT Catering, they're on Happy Hill Drive, and Papa's Bar and Papa's Grill, they're on the Long Point Road, around about just across from Hartford Valley Mart. And before we get into the program, I just give you the Friday menu for today. Beginning with Buddies, you have barbecue, baked barbecue legs, curried turkey wings, barbecue ribs, grilled marlin. And for the starch, you have rice and red beans, scallop potatoes, sliced beets, and a garden salad. Then we have a special which you will have to turn up at their restaurant there on Happy Hill Drive, corner of Main Street in Charlestown, Happy Hill Drive. So they're located right in the center of Charlestown. So you check out Buddies today, and they supply a lovely pizzeria. And they are proud sponsors of Navy Civil Advocates, the center program we operate out of Cotton Ground Community Center. So check out Buddies today and give them your support. Then we come on to RTT Catering. Goat water is their standard Friday menu, and you can order now at 869-763-3126, and they will deliver from 11:30 a.m. $5 delivery in and around Charlestown. So they're on Chapel Street. That's RTT Catering, 5 Trees Bar and Lounge. You could go and sit in their restaurant and relax. And they have lovely goat water on serving today. Then you come to the roundabout there on Island Main Road, heading towards Gingerland. As you reach the roundabout, you will see Papa's Bar and Grill there on the Long Point Road. And they have a lovely Friday menu from 11:30 a.m. Pot fish, stewed chicken, grilled lobster. And the price tab, pot fish $30, stewed chicken $25, grilled lobster $40, and they all serve with rice and lentils or garlic mashed potatoes, coleslaw, or steamed vegetables and plantain. So place your order with Papa's Grill. You can WhatsApp call them at 668-5164 or 663-1634, and they will deliver for free around Charlestown between 12 noon and 1 p.m. And of course, you could pay online at the mobile banking facility with National Bank, account number 20551 or phone 663-1634. So that's Papa's Grill there and the roundabout next to Valdemar on the Long Point Road. So check them out today. Check out RTT Catering on Happy Hill Drive. On Chapel Street, and you have Buddies there on Happy Hill Drive. And this is Dr. Glenville Liebert in 2020 Vision Studio with my online friends in Trinidad on Zoom. You have Bawani Prasad and Karen Gomez. They will be joining us today with giving some insights into blind adaptive technology. And they are both blind patients, visually impaired. Prefer to use that term than to say blind because they could very well see intellectually. So they are both visually impaired with no physical vision, but they have used technology to become very literate and can guide us how to help other people with visual impairment in our locality. So good morning to you, Bawani. Good morning to you, Karen. And before you get into your discourse, we will give a word of thanks to the Almighty. Go ahead.
Sure. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, our Father in heaven, we give you thanks for this new day, for the gift of life, for health, for strength, and for abilities that you have so graciously given us, talents. And you said that we must use our talents for the good of humanity so that everyone can enjoy the fullest potential of the humanity. So we thank you, Lord, for this platform to share these insights that you have given to us, and that you will continue to bless us and guide our efforts, and that those who listen and come in contact, that they will join the movement to promote community-based rehabilitation, because through community, everyone gets stronger and can fulfill their life potential. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So Karen and Bawani, over to you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, good people again. Food. Remember, check out those sponsors, because the more you buy is the to support this initiative on 2020 Vision Radio. All right, so my guest this morning is no stranger. He's been here before. He is Karen Ganesh. She's an IT specialist, visually impaired. Karen, good morning to you and welcome again.
Good morning, Mr. Bawani, and good morning to the entire team, Dr. Liebert and crew. You know, I was listening to that menu, and I began to feel very, very, very hungry.
Yeah, well, that is what he does to us on a Friday morning, you know.
Lovely menu there, Dr. Liebert.
Yes, set the tone right, you know.
Yes. I could. I mean, good stuff to come. The good reason to be in St. Kitts at this time.
Exactly. Friday is a celebration day, and you know, our annual summer festival kicked off last night with the official opening program. You know, we call it Culturama. You call it Carnival in Trinidad. So for the next 2 weeks, Nevis will be in celebratory mode.
All right.
Right. Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we're talking technology this morning, and technology for the visually impaired. What seemed impossible at one time is very much possible today, thanks to technology. Let's talk about some of the things technological computers, laptops, phones, all of these things are enhancing the lives of persons who are not just blind and visually impaired, but who are quote unquote with other challenges as well. And Karen, talk with us and talk to us about some of the technology that can be used. I know the cost is sometimes prohibitive, but at the same time, once agencies do their bit, we can get certain assistance. So let's talk about basic technology. Now, in the olden days, I learned to type on a typewriter, and that was donkey years ago. Typewriter wouldn't talk to me to let me know I make a mistake. Now, through technology, you can do that. Who talks to you? Somebody in the system or somebody in the program?
Good one, because I remember I'm not sure I remember the story. Somebody said they were listening to radio and in school, wow, and
Mm-hmm.
they were listening. They wanted to find out who's speaking, where the
Mm-hmm.
person is, through the speaker. Remember that? I'm not sure if you remember that joke.
Yeah, I remember next
It
one
was
too.
Santa Cruz joke.
I remember one too. Somebody say, "Oh gosh, this man talking on the radio whole day. I want to give him some food. Open the back of the radio and put some food for him."
Exactly.
Anyhow.
Anyway, so it's not a person actually. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
technology. Is what you call synthesizer voices.
Okay.
Okay, so the first time I remember in 2002, when
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to assistive technology and the use of these things on a computer, I was
Mm-hmm.
blown away. I was baffled because I was wondering, wait now, why pressing A and I hearing back A?
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn. And listeners, if you are learning how to use, or once you are learning how to use computers, and you are being trained well by yours truly, you have to, you must learn this entire keyboard in about 2 or 3 days. Because
Okay.
why? It might sound to the listener. This screen reader is available on various devices. You have Windows, you have Mac, Chromebook, phones, Android, iOS. It is there. It is built in. And then with Windows, for example, you can install another other screen readers. So the built-in screen reader for Windows is Narrator, but you have choices for Windows. You have like NVDA, which is a free tool, very efficient, very effective, which is my primary screen reader. You have JAWS, again efficient, effective, but there's a big difference between NVIDIA and JAWS. It's a cost factor with JAWS,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, it's pretty costly.
Yeah.
But so with Android, you have TalkBack. you have other versions as well. Like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, some guy launched or created one for Android called Talk Forward.
Hmm.
So you have different options. You have commentary. Um, um, for Apple devices, you have voiceover. Yeah, for Chromebook, you have Chromevox. For Mac, you have voiceover. Linux, you have or I can't remember the exact name, but I think it's Orcam or something like that.
Kerry,
So
not to cut you off, but just let's pause because I know you have a lot to share, and my mind is swirling here with all the different screen readers. So
Yes.
let's go to the step by step. You have the keyboard, then the screen reader, and you have a whole list of them. So just refresh the process there for the visually impaired person, or even those of us who have vision and we want to help a person who is visually impaired. So just
Sure, no problem.
just
So,
go over that
okay.
basic fundamental process between the interface between the person and the technology. So you have
No,
I'm a person coming up to this technology. So just walk through that step again for us, please.
no problem. So you all see me good, right?
yeah.
Okay,
No, we
good.
are saying you're really, we were just saying your frame activating. We can't see your background circumstances. But anyway,
But you're not seeing my videos on, right? Correct?
if it is on it, but we're not seeing the detail, just a activated screen.
Oh,
Maybe it need focusing, adjusting a bit,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Tell me there.
Not yet. It's coming, something on your right of the screen popping up there, but no details we can discern that as yet.
All right.
Anyway,
So
I'll
while
continue.
it
Yeah.
tries to settle that, let me remind you that you're listening to Out of the Shadows and Into the Light. This is a Friday morning regular on this frequency. And of course, we are also on Facebook and other mediums. So it's Out of Nevis. It's hosted by Dr. Liburn. I am one of your, well, I've become a regular contributor to this scenario since a few months ago. And of course, we have as the guest this morning, I nearly call him Doctor, Karen Ganesh, IT specialist.
You're affiliated with Dr. Liebert a lot now, so you could call you
Yeah,
doctor.
you like me with the big boys.
All right, nice. So we're talking transition, we're talking interaction with keyboard and so on. Now, as I mentioned that the starting at in 2022 for the reason it's just simple to just start with a laptop. You don't need to have the fancy different tech devices, hardware devices that are available at the moment. At this first initial stages in your life of using technology, you could just start with a laptop, get your use your narrator, which is the built-in screen reader, or if you are low vision, there's the built-in magnifier, and be trained on it. Now, training is important because you need to know how to use the device with your assistive tech. So the assistive tech here would be considered as your screen reader as well as your magnifier if you're low vision. So we call this universal design, where the accessibility is built in. You could just take out the box and turn it on, and there you have it. Or as I said before, you could install your various preferred screen reader on your Windows laptop.
Yeah.
No.
The
Yeah, go
laptop
ahead.
is, well, learning your keyboard, as you emphasized earlier in the proceedings, learning your keyboard is essential to what you do. It's no one finger typing like you see some people fighting to do. It's you have to know your keyboard and how you position your hands on your keyboard. Because as a VI person, once you position your hands properly, you can navigate from row to row, from wherever you want to go
Yeah.
on the board.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the screen readers is that they talk to you. So if you go to press S and you press D, well, you know that you're in the wrong space, and you could eliminate that immediately.
No.
So
On the keyboard, there are some keys with little raised bars on them. Do you want to highlight what those keys are so people couldn't use those as the navigating pointers, the compass too?
sure. Yes. I was getting to that part as well. So you have a couple. Well, at least
Oh,
two, correct.
yeah,
I'm feeling one right now. Let me see just now. Yes, at
it's
least
F
two.
and G. It's F and G.
F and G, correct. And you have once you have a keyboard with a numpad, you have numpad 5 has one as well.
Right.
Now these are the F and J keys are part of the home key home keys row, sorry.
Right.
And
Right.
that is important, as Mr. Prasad said just now. You must be able to learn this effectively and efficiently, because now you might ask yourself, why the keyboard? Because remember, when you are blind or low vision, you cannot, well, I mean, if you are low vision, you may be able to locate the mouse, but if you are blind, totally blind, you cannot see a mouse. And whatever you can do with a mouse, you can do with a keyboard. That's a
Right.
point to note, Dr. Liebert. Whatever you can do with your mouse, you can do with your keyboard. Navigate the mouse, move around the mouse cursor, the keyboard is there to do it. That's why it's important to learn the keyboard efficiently.
Talking about these two numbers, talking about these two digits, even on your press button phone, which I know is now less and less used, the 5 is also on the navigation course. That is the raised. That is the only one with raised
Correct.
impressions.
It's a form of location, because a lot of, even in addition to the keypads, you have like anywhere you go that you have like these numbers, like in an ATM machine, you go to pay with your bank card in like any stores and so on. The keypad has the raised bump on the, or the raised dot on number 5. So once you put your finger on number 5 and you are familiar with the keypad, above 5 would either be 2.
Not as either, it's 2.
2.
It's 5280 coming
right,
on
good.
the line.
Good. But sometimes the 8 might be on top, and you never know how it is arranged. 2 might be below. But anyway,
that's an interesting one. First time I hear that.
Yeah. I went somewhere where that was like that. Anyway, so that's how you orient yourself. And when you position your finger on the home key row, you have make sure your 2 index fingers are on the F and the J. So therefore, the other 6 fingers on both sides will fall into place, ASD and then semicolon LK, you know, and then you would be able to move around the fingers to get the other letters.
All right.
And the other keys. Yeah.
Nice.
So it is important, very, very, very important. I can't finish stress on how important it is. When I'm doing classes with persons once they are learning how to use the computer, that's one of the main things I focus on, keyboard knowledge. And understanding the screen reader, because the screen reader, as I said before, is not a human. Yes, nowadays you have human-like voices, but it's still not a human. It is like as you want to say, a robot.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about screen readers, because somebody wants to hear how this thing works. So can you give us a little demonstration if possible? I know this is
problem.
Right? So
in the life of a blind man,
we're going to type something here, Karen. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we'll get the screen reader to read it back to us.
What Dr. Liebert have to do? You have to allow me to share my screen, because the audio will not come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you can do it if you want, you can probably organize that.
Okay, let me see if I could do that. Go to Zoom and see if I get the screen share activated.
Yeah.
Click on share screen.
Share screen, correct, and allow. Allow it.
Yeah. You see, he and all learning too, you know. So it's a learning. Every day we live, we learn. But just a gentle reminder, you're listening to Out of the Shadows and Into the Light, and those in Nevis, you can call us. Our numbers have been repeated to you time and time again. So whilst Dr. Liebert gets to share his screen, again, this is a Friday morning presentation, and it's a pleasure beyond measure to do it, to bring to the masses the knowledge and the information that is needed to help persons who are losing sight or have lost sight to empower themselves so that they can continue living as near normal life as possible. And not just focus on persons losing sight, we have other disabilities. So, you know, everything has adaptations and things that we have to learn and and deal with from time to time. All right, Dr. Liebert, you share your screen?
Dr. Liebert, apologies.
I am trying to.
You have to go to
because the Zoom is not my computer, so I'm not too familiar with how to navigate the Zoom and the studio computer.
There's a menu. I made an error. There's a menu you have to go into with just to enable the share screen option. and then I am able to share it. But let me. If
Because
not,
they're
well,
different computers linked
have
up here, different screens, so I have to
no problem. I have
Let's
my
not.
phone. I have my phone. You can.
I have to
We could
scroll
work.
across.
We could work with it. We could develop that in future programs. So we have now. You're using your phone, Karen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the phone because that's the most easiest thing to get for a lot of people. But your phone is touch. What we call touch screen phone, right?
Yeah.
So navigate around the phone. If we bring the phone close to the microphone, where the listeners can hear one or two things.
Okay.
Just
Tell me
type
if
hello.
that's not. Let me see if you all are hearing it first.
WhatsApp, 16 minutes ago. Chris Count, WhatsApp, group, 31
Yes,
minutes
hello,
ago.
fast,
IMB,
but
I
we
hope
hear
that you
you.
are well.
I know.
WhatsApp,
No, I'm
16,
gonna slow it down. But I leave
Right.
it fast for a reason, so I could show you all.
Yeah.
Notification center.
All right. So you all once you're hearing it, you hear it. It's audible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're hearing it.
Okay, good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna reduce the speech rate.
Mm-hmm.
I know my camera is on. Are you seen the phone, Dr. Libert?
He's probably fighting to do something. Yeah, well, we
Yeah, go
hear
ahead.
you.
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. You seen me, right? Or you seen the phone?
Well, I'm seeing somebody is not very well focused,
Oh, okay.
and
All right,
and the
no
lighting
problem.
is not the greatest either.
All right.
All right.
So you're gonna slow down the speed.
Off,
Yeah.
headings, container,
So I'm gonna turn like a virtual rotor, like a virtual knob.
hits, off, punctuation, speech volume, speaking rate, 75, 70, 66, 50, 45%.
Right.
Right.
So it's
So
very
that is
low.
good for the average
WhatsApp,
listener. So
7 minutes ago.
listeners, right. So we have a phone. We're using talking, and we're hearing everything the phone is saying. So just type hello on the phone and let it read back.
So I'm gonna send a WhatsApp message to you, Mr. Prasad, right?
All right.
Right. Good.
Social folder, 10 WhatsApp, 100. Michael Trap and for test WhatsApp instant vid Mac Carib Sherry Jim Pre Jason
So
positive
I'm actually swiping to my contacts.
Mira Bonnie Shannon Bonnie Prasad
So I'm
Yes.
inside.
compose
I hear my
message.
name.
Yes. So I'm inside Bawani Prasad's name in WhatsApp. Now, as you realize, I'm navigating with my screen reader called voice over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna send her message hello to him.
Compose message text field compose message cap V caps cap G cap D cap G cap H cap A W R E E I O P I J O P A P O I U Y N.
So listeners, you're hearing the phone speaking all the letters that Karen is typing, eh?
Space hello
All right. So
send
you heard that.
share
you heard
media
that.
waving hand in send button
Send the message.
send
So I sent it.
voice message
ahead.
button
One of the other things about the phone is that you can
15
there are devices, there are assistants like if you, for example, cannot type fast enough, you could tell your screen readers to send a message using text or one of the other stuff. You know, like if you want to find
Siri.
something, Siri, or depending on the Siri is for Apple, right?
Yeah.
And Louis and all of these are for Android phones
and Google and so forth.
and
more
Google.
button
Right. The other thing is, I notice you have a program now, and this is for people, especially those who live by themselves. And sometimes, you know, it's not a brain, eh? Sometimes we put things, even sighted people do it too. They have the keys in their hand and still looking for it. And, you know,
Yes.
so we have a program on the phone called Be My Eyes. It's an installed
remember.
program.
Having
It
my
is
shades on my head and looking for my shades.
It is absolutely necessary. It is absolutely free, sorry. So if you're looking for something, you know, you call the Be My Eyes number, and an assistant will come to your aid and help you. You must stay focused with the camera and stuff like that, right? So that's another effective tool, especially for people who live alone or who in their own rooms space and would like to find something that they're not seeing. It even
Yes.
reads small documents for you, not books, small documents, like a
Right.
one page, your light bill, your telephone bill, so this is the advancement of technology.
And
You
we
know?
also we also have in addition to that, persons talking about Gemini now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably heard about that, Dr. Liebert, Gemini. So Gemini is really, really nice. It's beside having somebody to talk to in terms of research and so on. It's if you turn on live stream, the camera turns on at your camera at the back of the phone's back camera, and you are able to ask it what it is seeing and get live description when you're panning your phone around. So you say, I'm seeing a window, I'm seeing, you know. Let me give you an example of what happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It may be funny, but it's where the technology helped me, as Mr. Bawani was saying just now, living alone. I live alone, and so I took out. I remember. I'm not sure if I mentioned this with the hot dogs. Did I last time?
Yeah. You mentioned it the last time.
Right. Good. Right. So to see where Gemini helped me locate those hot dogs, and I found it. You know, in the sink. But where it went exactly. So that was a joke. But the point of the issue, the point of the matter is how I use the technology to assist. I used yesterday morning. I use Be My Eyes to identify currency. Now there's a very, very neat feature and cool feature in Be My Eyes called Be My AI, artificial intelligence. A lot of apps now have this artificial intelligence feature. I can show you a demonstration if I were to take a picture of my laptop screen. Open Be My Eyes.
Be My Eye. Take starting camera.
So you have a lot of features in Be My Eye. You have get support, you have to link up with different companies in the world like Microsoft. So if you have any challenges on your laptop and so on, you could link up with Microsoft directly, and it's free through Be My Eyes, and you could sort out your Windows laptop and so on, remote into it and fix your machine and so on. Yeah, you can link up with Google and so on. So let me show you this feature. So I'm focusing
Take picture button.
on my laptop screen. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Take picture.
So this works with internet.
Using picture. Please wait. Laptop computer with a video conferencing window open on the screen. The main video tile in the center shows a person's head and shoulders, but the person is mostly in shadow with very strong bright light behind them, so facial features are not visible. The background of that video tile is a mix of yellow, green, and blue light, creating a silhouette
That's your
effect.
room.
Along the top of the conference window, there are 3 small participant thumbnails. They are also quite indistinct, but one of them shows the same silhouetted person from a distance. At the bottom of the video window, the standard meeting controls are visible. Icons for video, participants, chat, reactions,
So you see,
share.
so it gives you a demonstration, a description, like if it is seen. I think this beat back somebody who is fully sighted and giving me a description. It is
because
really, really comprehensive.
some sighted persons cannot describe. Sorry. It's 35 minutes after the hour. You're listening to Out of the Shadow and Into the Light. I wonder if we have any Facebook fanatics here with us this morning, Dr. Libo, that you can say hello to. They have sent messages.
Yeah, so we have one on our Facebook Live feed. We have, let me just scroll through. I see Josephine Claxton. Let me just adjust this screen here. It's scrolling. Yeah. So we have Josephine Claxton. We have Clyde Colley Lapsey and Jam Forbes. And so those are some more faithful online Facebook participants who are with us every week, most weeks. I haven't seen Gwyneth yet and Ivor, but I'm sure they'll be checking in shortly. And I want to say good morning to Renford. I'm sure he's listening there over in St. Kitts where he is, and he may even want to call in and say, shout out you guys. As a visually impaired person himself, he will be quite interested to be part of this tutorial.
By all the talk.
Say that again, please, Bawani.
He must be fascinated by all this talk. So if you want to call us, the numbers to call in studio are
669-7312 via WhatsApp. If you're overseas, you have to put in 869-669-7312. And if you're local, then you have 869-469-7953. So please free to call in. Yes, Ivor has mentioned that he's here. All right, Ivor, welcome. We have online two visually impaired guests from Trinidad, and they are giving us a walkthrough of technology for the visually impaired.
Yes, the
And
objective is
Kevin is
awareness,
a
right? So,
is a IT facilitator, expert, teacher of IT technology to the visually impaired in Trinidad, and he's demonstrating different screen readers and how to use the keyboard to get familiar with using technology for the visually impaired. He's mentioned the home keys, ASDF, HJKL, ASDFG, and the F and the J have raised bars that can be easily used to navigate the home keys. And for the numerical keypad, you have the number 5, which is centered to the keypad to use to navigate. You have left and right of number 5, you have 4 and 6, and up and below and above you have 2 and 8. So you could use those to navigate the keypad,
properly.
numerical keypad on a keyboard.
yeah.
So
Uh,
learning the
no,
keyboard is the first requirement for the visually impaired to know how to navigate the keyboard, the different keys. Then after that, the screen reader will help them to get their messages out and know what's on the
yes.
screen when they type their messages. So back to you, Karen and Bawani.
And with practice, you will get good. You can't start and expect to speed before even learning to creep.
No,
All right.
yeah.
So
Just to
remember that.
mention, um, the keyboard on the computer would be a physical one where you can feel the keys. Now, on a touchscreen phone, it's not physical. I just
Right.
wanted to highlight this. I just typed the word hello on my phone. But you see, just like how I mentioned, you must learn the keyboard on the laptop or the desktop, you must learn it on your smart device as well. It is very familiar. So, of course, I wasn't seeing my letters, but I know where H is, E, and so forth. So again, it is essential. You are seeing the importance. Now, yes, there are dictation features and things like that, but it's always good to remember the old school way of typing.
One thing about the keyboard for me is that I don't touch the screen like how Karen just touched the screen and typed. I use a Bluetooth keyboard or a remote keyboard so that I don't have to trouble the screen itself. And that helps you too. So that is why the importance of learning the keyboard is crucial to how you want to navigate things. And
Correct.
then with the screen readers, your emails, you can go, you can visit websites, etc. Now I could tell you that not all websites are accessible to screen readers. And the more we see things on website, we query it to see how accessible, how user-friendly it is for persons who are visually impaired. Because a lot of things, most things now are coming on websites, but most of these websites are not user-friendly yet. I remember when they started just about 2 months ago, the booking your travel online in terms of your immigration card, when they said it must be filled out online, we were testing the system to ensure that a person who lives independently or who wants to fill it out at his own time gets the opportunity to, because the program is made accessible for such an individual. I mean, you sometimes will have your family and things to help you, but sometimes you have to do it alone. Even banking transactions, you don't want anybody to know that you have $500,000 in the bank. That's between you and you.
Exactly.
So it is important that you look at the facilities and make it and try to get the authorities in whichever establishment to make it user friendly for the person who is visually impaired. Karen?
Of course, because you have like accessible ATMs where as you refer to as bank systems. We have one, we have a couple in Trinidad that we talking. Yes, we talking screen readers, and it has its screen reader, built-in screen reader. Once you insert a headset into the jack, it comes on automatically. You may hear, please insert your card. When you insert your card, you may hear then press 1 for withdrawal, press 2, hold on a second, let's see. Right, press 1 for withdrawal, press 2 for deposit, press 3 to check your balance, that kind of thing. So I did one once independently withdrawal using our Royal Bank ATM's machine in Trinidad, and I was able to successfully do it independently, which was, I mean, a plus. So we need to continue in lobbying for accessibility all over the place. As you see, we have to put a lot of messages coming in here. Lobbying for accessibility in ATM machines, accessibility in the bank systems, accessibility on websites and apps in the process of navigating with our screen readers. You see, the screen readers is very, very essential. We always come back to that. We could go right around the world and we come back to the point of a screen reader. Essential.
And it's important.
Yes.
Just to refresh for our listening audience who may have joined late, that there are several screen readers and most devices come with a built-in screen reader. So you may want to go over the list of screen readers again. I hope people could find out about the screen readers and how to learn the control of the screen readers by Kevin. Just go back to the fundamentals of different screen readers again for our listening audience.
Sure, no problem. So a lot of persons will quicker have a phone than a laptop. So let's talk about phones first. Smartphones. You have the two major ones. You have iPhones and you have Android phones. On the iPhones, the screen reader available is called Voice Over. It's available in settings, accessibility. You'll see Voice Over. On the Android phones, preferably Samsung devices, you have like otherwise if you can go a little higher like the Google Pixel and so on, you will find them in even Motorola's. Settings, accessibility, talkback. That's the name of the screen reader. Talkback, the default screen reader which comes with the phone. Windows, if you have a Windows laptop, Control, well, it's a shortcut actually. Control Windows and Enter is used to turn on the particular narrator, or you could go to Settings, Accessibility, and you would get the same system. As well as these three various devices. If you are low vision, you have the magnifier features as well. You have Chromebox in Chromebooks. I'm not sure I've never used it, but I know it's there. Assuming based on the Google system, because it runs by Google, you would go to accessibility settings, accessibility, and you would see your Chromebox. Even on a Fire Stick, a lot of persons have Fire Sticks now. You have the built-in
speech system.
I think it's correct. On the Fire Stick, I can't remember the name of that at this moment. On the Mac you have voiceover and so on.
I have something on my TV. I have something on my TV. That somebody activated it for me. When I'm turning up the volume, it says volume 19, volume 26.
Right. So
so there are assistive things that will help you navigate your way around.
And the objective of these things, listeners, is for independence. Independence. You want to be able to be just like everyone else. Be able to function effectively just like everyone else.
So Kevin, I know that everyone goes through the process. So just let people know out there that this is not rocket science, and a person like you who have been through it can just give some idea of the timelines it takes to master the keyboard, understanding the screen reader, so that people won't get frustrated knowing that this is beyond me. That initial difficulties can be a turn off. So just walk people to the mindset and how they need to overcome those initiation hurdles.
No problem. As Dr. Leiber just said, it's not rocket science. The computer is pretty normal. When I teach persons the computer, I say it's not something comes from some other planet. It's a normal laptop. It's just built in with speech. For you, as a visually impaired person or blind person, to hear what is going on. So you can master the keyboard learning. I did it in 2 days, but
everybody's learning abilities
is different, correct. So you can give yourself 5 days. But you remember, you have to practice. And it's always essential. This is a very, very major point here I'm going to make. if you are
6 a.m.
getting a lot of messages, if you are learning how to use your keyboard, your laptop, your desktop, you need to practice. You need to practice because it's very easy to forget.
And one of the
And it's
interesting
all
things about Karen is
yeah,
that on your keyboard, if you press a command, it will you could practice without anything being typed on the screen.
good.
So
I was going there, yeah.
yeah, you don't have to worry about well, I type in X and B coming up. It's just for you to hear exactly what keys you're pressing and for what function. So you don't have
Yeah.
to trouble your actual text on screen because it's not sending any text to the screen.
Right,
And
good.
that is
Now
a
that
helpful tool.
yeah, that feature is called keyboard help. What that
Mm-hmm.
does, that okay, it's like if you're driving a car, Dr. Lywood, and you put your car, Bawani, and you put your car in neutral, and you press the gas, nothing happens, right? So
Right.
when you turn on that system, it's there for you to practice and learn your keys. So you can have that keyboard help mode on whole day, whole night, and just learning your keys.
Mm.
When you're ready to practice, you press, nothing happens, and then you turn it off, and then continue using your computer. Now the
And
point I was going to make is you must have, of course, a computer if you are learning how to use a computer because you have to practice. You have to practice. If I teaching someone and I give homework, if I teaching someone, I am telling you, you need to learn the row with ASDF semicolon LKJ.
mm.
Today's class, and you need to learn this for next week Friday. Where you're gonna learn it? You have to have something to practice, right? And of course, if you learn how to use this, you must have it. And in addition, it takes time. I'm not going to be um sugarcoat anything and say you can learn this quick. No, you learn every day. Even up to now, I learn. But the basics, like keyboard and understanding the screen reader and so on, you could do it in a month or two, depending on your learning abilities. And um, as I was saying just before, you must be able to keep practicing, practicing. Practice makes perfect, and listen to that screen reader over and over in your ear, because some people may not understand what he's saying, what is it not he it is saying.
Mm.
So that is important. That's very, very
So,
important.
Karen, you were talking about patience, persistence, perseverance, right?
All the
Determination.
piece of life.
Yeah, fundamentals,
Yes.
virtues to possess if you want to learn and make progress in
Right.
life. Eh?
Yes, you have to,
You
because
can't just do it in one day or 1 week
No.
or 1 month, but if you persevere and you're persistent and you have patience with your student or with your teacher, then eventually we will get it right.
yes.
And like the philosophy of life says, you have to creep before you walk. You can't expect to get up and just run like a mad person. You have to creep first as a child. Then you start to walk, make little baby steps. So that's the same thing about learning something and doing it effectively and efficiently. Well, Karen, we are about to close because time catches up on us so quickly. Your closing comments and reflections?
Well, I just want to say thank you all for allowing me to come on the program once again, and it was my humble pleasure. I really appreciate this, and I always say, um, well, those of you all who know me, Mr. Prasad know me well. I I don't know everything. No one knows everything. I learn
Mm.
every day, and I try my very best to assist where I can. And Dr. Lywood, and God bless me with a spirit of humility. I always talk about Him. I don't talk about myself. He has brought me to where I am and will continue to
Amen.
strengthen me.
Amen.
I never talk about what I do, what I what could happen and all these kind of things. It's because of God. So I just want to say thank you very much, and those of you all who are listening in the visually impaired community, those 2 or 3 persons that were on this morning, I hope you got something new. Like me, you learn every day. You learn something new today, and apply yourself. And once you use the technology in the right way, notice I said in the right way, because you could use the technology in the wrong way. Um, you'll be able to reap the benefits, and you know the sky's the limit with the technology. You can enjoy a job just like anybody else. You can go to work just like anybody else. You can go to school just like anyone else. You could play a good game just like anyone else, and so forth. So the technology is there to use it, embrace it, and be a great asset in society. So thanks very much.
Well, it's always a pleasure to sharing time with you, Karen, and I wish you all success, continued success in your endeavors. Well, for me,
Thank you.
it's been another Friday. We want to thank you. I want to thank you for putting up with me, listeners, and until next week, be the good Lord willing, and the creeps don't rise. Take care, be good, and it's over to Dr. Liburn for the icing on the cake, so to speak, the final touches and credits where they belong.
Well, I want to thank you, Bawani, for introducing Karen to us, and thank you, Karen, for starting this first primer of some online virtual instructions in how we can use assistive technology for the visually impaired. And Renford will be very much intrigued, so that in time to come we could maybe have a regular teaching session on this platform, so that people who are visually impaired across the Caribbean could tune in and log in, and as we get more familiar with the Zoom technology and the screen sharing features, then we could make it more impactful. But yes, I am so excited that we have had a first introduction of how to go about teaching a visually impaired person to navigate the keyboard, to use screen readers, and then it can only get better going forward. So to all our listening audience on 102.1 FM, on the Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch platform where we are streaming, that 2020 Vision Radio is here every Friday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to get people out of the shadows and into the light. And we are so happy for our sponsors, who will now give you their promotion ad while we prepare to leave the studio in a few minutes. This is
Eureka Health Services and 2020 Vision Radio presents Out of the Shadows and Into the Light with host Dr. Glenville E. Liburd and special guests. Join us every Friday at 7 a.m. as we promote awareness of disability issues to affect policy and social change for the better. Be a part of the conversation by calling 1-869-469-7953 or 1-869-765-7312. You can also WhatsApp call 1-869-669-7312. And don't forget our Magic Jack number, 917-460-2187. Every Friday at 7 a.m., we bring you out of the shadows and into the light. Sponsored by Eureka Health Services in collaboration with 2020 Vision Radio.
Are you concerned about your health? Come on, everyone should be. The old people say that who don't pay a doctor will pay a pastor, or someone will for you. So before it reaches to that stage, come on in and visit Eureka Health Services in Ramsbury. Dr. Liburd and his associates at Eureka will take excellent care of you. They're friendly, experienced, and professional. So call them at 1-869-469-0521 or 1-869-662-5187. And for more information, just visit their website at www.eurekahealthservices.com. At Eureka Health Services, patients are our #1 priority.
and of course we have bodies.
Buddies, 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 for the easy way. Yes, Buddies is here just for you, offering a wide array of services. Feeling hungry? Then check us out at Buddies Restaurant and Pizzeria on Main Street, Charlestown for breakfast, lunch, and evening snacks. Call us at 469-0125. Too busy for laundry? Then Buddies Laundry Services on Stony Grove is here for you. We wash, we clean, we press your clothes for every occasion, be it work, school, graduation, church, weddings, you name it, we do it. Call us at 469-0889. We make you look chic and smell sweet. Buddies also offer health services through trucking. If you got stuff to dispose, then call us at 663-1622. Call Buddies for all your trucking needs. It's for the easy way. Buddies, 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 buddies. Making life worthwhile by leaving every customer fully satisfied.
And of course, as we thank our sponsors, remember Papa Grill there at the roundabout on the Long Point Road, and you have RTT Catering there on Chapel Street. Check out their Friday menus, and of course, be refreshed, energized to spend the weekend. And so, as we about to leave the studio, just to recap, get familiar with your keyboard, folks. Whether you're visually impaired or not, learn the home keys. And I'm here watching the keyboard in the computer in the office. In the here studio, you have ASDF, G, AJKL semicolon, and the F and the J have a raised bar. So once you find those keys, then you could navigate your keyboard. All right. Above the home keys, you have QWERTY, UIOP, and below you have ZXCV, BNM. You have comma, full stop, and slash, and other keyboard there. But the screen reader will tell you what's when you press the keypad. So learn the home keys. Learn the home keys. And you can navigate by finding the F and the J on the home keys, and on the numerical keypad, the number 5 have a raised dot. So that's a fundamental first step. And thank you, Karen, for pointing that out to us this morning. And all who are listening can go and practice, 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 practice. Learn your screen readers. Google screen readers and know what screen reader comes with your device. And then you can activate your screen reader, and it will tell you as you touch each key, it will say what the key is. And so, the clock on the wall, the computer is flashing me that it's time to exit the studio, and it's been a pleasure hosting you once again. Another edition of Out of the Shadows and Into the Light. And as I said, I am your host, Dr. Glenville Liebert, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Dead, you can see a way I don't, and it makes no sense, but you say that's what faith is for. When I see a flood, you see, I promise.